ladies, it's Janelle. Today is Monday, June 9th, 2014. I had my SHG this morning, but before I go through that, I am actually going to tell you about what happened to me over the weekend. I know in my last video, or last maybe couple videos, I have maybe mentioned I had a very large cyst on my right ovary, and I was at work on Friday, and I started cramping really, really bad, and not like period cramps, like my cyst is about to rupture cramps, and I knew what it was, but I didn't have anything to take for it because there was some scheduling issues with my pain management doctor. So by about an hour after they started really, really bad, I couldn't take it anymore, and my friend from work had to rush me to the ER, and I spent about 7 hours in the ER, and there were some problems with my blood pressure. First it was really, really low, like scary low, and then it was really, really high because I was in so much pain. And that's why I ended up being there for so long, because they had to make sure my blood pressure was okay before they let me leave. Everything was fine. They think it was just because I was in so much pain and what was going on. I was bleeding a lot, and that is actually what made me go to the ER, because I was coming off of my period when I had been on my birth control for 3 days, I think, 2 days. And I was coming off of my period, so I was just spotting, and I was just wearing very thin panty liners. Thankfully, I had some other stuff with me at work, but I just had thicker panty liners, and I was running through about 3 of those in an hour, which was kind of scary for me, because there was no reason that I should have been bleeding that much. So my Friday night was spent in the ER, and they gave me a nice little, can you see it? They gave me a nice little going away present from where they put the IV in. So I've been wearing long sleeves in the middle of summer because it looks terrible. But anyways, so they did do an ultrasound, and the cyst was still there at that point. But today, when I went and had my SHG, it was gone, and everything looked perfect. So way excited about that. So as far as, I was really nervous. I know I mentioned that a couple times about the SHG, because I know they open your cervix up just a tiny bit just to make sure the catheter will actually go in into the uterus like they need it to when they do the IVF procedure. And they had no problems doing that, but it was very uncomfortable. It was really uncomfortable. So thankfully, since I am in a pain management, I do now have some medication, and I took some medication before I went to the doctor's office, so it wasn't so bad when they opened up the cervix. It was still pretty bad, and they make that clicking sound, which I think makes it all the much worse. I don't know why, but I do. So they did that, and that was still pretty painful. The cramps, I still have cramps now, even on pain medicine. So I can't even imagine what it would be like without pain meds right now. I mean, I've done it before when I had my IUD years and years ago. They opened up your cervix to put in there, and I know I couldn't go back to work afterwards. Today I probably could have went back to work, but I'm still cramping pretty heavily. And I had some things that I needed to do after that anyways, another doctor's appointment. So anyways, the SHG went really well. There was nothing in there that he thinks that would block anything. He said it looks perfectly normal. The cyst on my right ovary is gone completely. So yay! Very, very excited about that. And today I got all of the dates and everything that I was hoping for to get today. So I'm going to go over that with you really quick. I'm going to try to keep my videos down to a minimal. I really think that I just go overboard sometimes. 20-minute videos are just crazy. So I'm going to go over my little packet that they gave me. They're going to go ahead and send the paperwork to get my medication ordered today, so that's really, really exciting. My mom went with me to the appointment. I think I mentioned I was going to bring her so she could drive me home, because I knew the cramps were going to be pretty bad. So my mom went with me today, and I was just so excited, and we both were. My mom kind of has I'm thrilled, I was like jumping up and down by the time we left the doctor's office, and my mom's just like really nervous, and she says she really wants a grandbaby, but it's not worth the disappointment that I'm going to feel if this doesn't work. She's really, really concerned about what my reaction is going to be if this doesn't go through. So she was more laid back and like, yeah, you just got to stay positive, and but you still need to, make sure you're thinking about reality and stuff like that. So while I was in that great of a mood, I didn't really want to hear it, but I mean, she's right, and I am still trying to be positive while being realistic. So anyways, so I was like jumping for joy when she gave me this packet. I was so excited. Anyways, my instructional session is a group session. It is with other people, other couples, which is fine. I'm not like, I don't want my own private session or anything like that. But this is for my medication, to show how to inject it, what each medication is, stuff like that. That is on June 18th. Super excited. I don't know why, but I'm super excited. Now, I have an appointment scheduled on June 30th, July 3rd, and July 7th, which, if you watch my last video, you know that is the week that, the 3rd and the 7th is the week that I was supposed to go home to New York to visit family for the year. And also, my goddaughter, her baptism was July 6th. So I will not be going home this year, or at least not until later. I have decided that if I do get pregnant, I probably won't go, just because I don't want to be traveling in my first trimester. So, which is a bummer, but I'm so excited for this. So, I'm not too terribly upset. I am upset that I don't get to go home, but this makes up for it, I guess. And drum roll, my egg retrieval is between the July 10th and July 12th, which is exactly what I kind of figured it would be. So my math was pretty good. I'm excited. And the reason why they give us the 10th, 11th, or the 12th is because they need to make sure the medication does what they need it to do. So they can't pinpoint an exact date. So egg retrieval, 10th, 11th, or 12th. Super excited about it. And then depending on how the egg retrieval, how the embryos do, turning into the blastio stage, I believe that's what I'm looking for. They will be transferred between the 3rd, and I'm looking down because I'm reading this, I'm sorry, the 3rd and the 5th day after my retrieval. So it can be anywhere between the my egg retrieval is the 10th, 11th, or 12th, so my transfer will be between the 13th and 15th, 16th, 17th, or 18th. So, depending on when my egg retrieval is and how long we need to wait, 3 or 5 days. So excited. I actually have a date, and I'm so excited about it. I haven't told James yet, so he's still at work. So I'm so stoked to be able to tell him. But other than that, I'm waiting on a phone call from the pharmacy, which happens to be American leading fertility pharmacy. Freedom Fertility Clinic is where we're ordering it, my medication from, and I'm just waiting on a phone call from them to get my insurance information and ask them. They're going to ask me when and where they want me to ship my medication. So I'm just waiting on that, and I'm so excited about it. I can't even tell you what I'm feeling right now. It's it's unreal. It's really unreal. I'm so excited, and I am trying to stay realistic, but the process of going through this and so many years and talking about IVF and doing this instead and doing that instead, and I was always so scared of IVF, and I was always so scared of the disappointment and everything that came along with it, and I really wanted to try lesser invasive things before we did IVF, and now I just wish I would have listened to my doctor and just gone ahead and done the IVF, because the feeling that I have right now is just so amazing. I'm so happy, and I'm thrilled, and I feel very, very lucky, because I know that at one point this was not an option for us. So I'm very excited, and I just want to let you guys know the good news. And as soon as I hear either from the medication or I go to my appointment on the 18th, today is only the 9th, so my next appointment isn't for a little while. I'm hoping that I'll hear from my medication, about my medication before that, definitely. So I would just assume that I would, because, I mean, wouldn't I have to take my medication to my instructional session? I mean, I would assume that I would have to. So anyways, when I get all that stuff in, or when I talk to them, I'll do another video. I'm just kind of taking it easy for the rest of the day. Like I said, I am still cramping pretty bad. So yeah, that's about it, and I'm very, very happy. So thank you for watching, and baby dust to everybody.